Deirdre Bosa joins us now for an exclusive interview with the CEO, Ali Ghodsi. Deirdre.
Mel, thank you so much. And Ali, thank you so much for being with us today. Let me put that number in context in another way. If this was an IPO, it would have been one of the largest by deal size of the last decade. So Ali, what does that level of investor demand tell you about the AI economy right now and Databricks' role?
Yeah, it just shows that there's a huge, tremendous interest in, one, artificial intelligence, but also two, what Databricks provides is a way in which you can really reduce your total cost of ownership to TCO. And that's still top of mind because it's a tale of two cities, kind of. There's AI companies, they're crushing it, but there's everybody else growing 10, 20%, and they still want to reduce cost. So a lot of people still come to us so that we can actually reduce their cost, but they, also, of course, also want the AI.
Right. So, Ali, we spoke a few weeks ago, and I asked you about a potential IPO. You said the earliest you would consider it was mid next year. Has this funding round changed your thinking around timing or market conditions?
I mean, not really. I would say still the earliest theoretical possibility would be next year. But what this does give us is the ability to use some of these proceeds towards liquidity opportunity for our employees. That's super top of mind for us. That is extremely important for us that we can actually help invest in our employees. And we're going to actually invest a lot of this back into the business, especially now that, war for talent in AI is crazy. So we're going to invest a lot in hiring AI talent. That's what we're going to use this towards. Acquisitions is another big area for us that we're going to focus on. And then, of course, we're going to continue hiring people in sales and marketing. That's super important for our continued growth.
Right. And obviously, I mean, you guys are able to raise huge amounts of money in the private markets. How important is public market access to you?
It is important, but I think the liquidity for the employees is probably the most important for us. And being able to provide that is also important in what we signal to candidates who are thinking about should we join Databricks or not. There's a talent war out there. So this does help with that significantly. We will be public as well. I think the majority of the lifetime of Databricks will be as a public company. So it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, and we will go.
Okay. A lot of public market investors compare you guys to Snowflake. You're both data analytics companies. What should public market investors and a lot of those in our audience know about the difference between Databricks and Snowflake?
Yeah, I would say Snowflake is a great company. And they provide amazing capabilities, especially when it comes to what's called data warehousing, which lets you analyze your data and understand the past. Databricks, what we sort of excelled at for the last 10 years was using AI. So not just telling you about the past, but also telling you about the future. So that was one thing. And the second thing is we could really lower your cost because we were open source based. So you didn't have to pay us, huge fees for storing your data. It was mostly open source technology. Both of those two things, I would say 5 years ago, people didn't care that much about. They didn't necessarily need to reduce their costs in the ZERP era. And secondly, AI, nobody really cared 5 years ago. Now with both of those, there's tremendous interest. So those are the tailwinds that we have. And I would say that's kind of what differentiates us from them.
Okay, last question for you, Ali. You were one of the earliest people talking about the commoditization of large language models well over a year ago. Where are we at now? Do you think that advancement in AI progress is plateauing? What comes next? Is it the application layer?
Yeah, what I would say is what happened is we had this thing called scaling laws, which simply means if you just throw lots of money at it, we had a silver bullet that would just make your models more intelligent. That scaling wall, we've hit that now. Like we can't scale anymore. It's a wall, and we don't know how to use that technique to get much more intelligence out of the AI models. So the game has shifted now to what's called in the industry inference time compute or test time scaling. So there's a new name for it. What that means is instead of building a gigantic model, you use the existing models and you have them produce more synthetic data on the existing customer problems that you have. And that way you can continue to push ahead on the intelligence sort of direction. So it's a new way, and it kind of levels the playing field. Before, there were only 3-4 labs that you could join, which, they had the funds to invest in these big scaling laws. But since we hit this wall, now this new approach, it's much more democratized. So you expect many, many more players to invest here and be able to push ahead on intelligence. So it's exciting times.
Ali, it's always great to have you break down the trends and debates in the space at large. I'm excited to see what you do with this new funding round as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you again soon.